say does that.
Greetings, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for our latest presentation of NBA basketball. I'm Brian Anderson, alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. Allie LaForce is our reporter. Allie, take it away.
Well, Brian, the NBA is trying to engage short attention spans. Commissioner Adam Silver said, quote, sitting down for 2.5 hours isn't how people watch these days, and we lose most fans when we move off live action. So, Brian, the league has reduced timeouts, they've shortened halftime and more to try to keep viewers tuned in.
That makes sense, Allie. Thanks. And let's take a look now at some numbers for Norman Powell.
And he's been locked in at the free throw line for sure. In the past 5 games, his percentage at the line is much better than it had been prior. Sometimes that's how it works. You just get that extra focus at the charity stripe.
So here's the Clippers starting group. Jackson and George, they're manning the backcourt. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Kennard in at the 3, the small forward. And for Dallas, inside, they have Finney-Smith and McGee. Manning the backcourt, it'll be Doncic and Dinwiddie. And it's Bullock in at the 3. And with every new NBA season, Grant, it's always fun to see which players have a breakout year.
NBA, it seems like guys always have breakout years. Usually we see it with the younger players, but sometimes it's with guys who've been in the league and are now in new situations. Last year, we saw breakout seasons for Darius Garland, Jordan Poole, and Tyrese Maxey, just to name a few.
So it's the Clippers now. After the Mavericks picking up a basket just a moment ago. George for 3, hauled in by McGee. Dinwiddie outside. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Low resistance to the finish line.
And I love the way he played downhill on that drive. Love the attack mentality in a close game.
And for Paul George, playing close to home on a title-contending team, it's a tremendous opportunity, Grant.
And back with the Pacers, he twice made the Eastern Conference Finals. But without a doubt, this is the most talented team he's ever been a part of.
That's good from George. The 2021-22 season felt like a lost one for the Clippers. Kawhi and Paul George both hurt.
So true. I mean, but B.A., those two together, healthy, are scary. A finals-level duo. It kind of shows you how you can plan, build an awesome roster, but injuries can derail it all.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Stolen by Kennard. We played just over a minute here in the first. Pass to George. Pulls it in from the elbow. That one doesn't drop. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Here's Bullock. From deep, here's Doncic. It's rebounded by George. Now Jackson. Morris outside. Back to Jackson. Kennard outside. That's no good. Couldn't get his first one to go.
No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, I mean, he has to connect from there.
Oh, there's the alley. McGee's shot is off.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
Here's Doncic. After the Clippers picking up a basket just a moment ago.
Speedy drive by Doncic. That doesn't quite go together. He usually is going at his home pace, but he does take advantage of holes when he sees them.
George, a screen on Doncic. Kennard outside. Doncic against George. They get it back. Here's Zubats. And a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket.
excellent activity and timing on the offensive glass. That's how you get extra possessions.
Doncic left side. Doncic is doubled. Back to Dinwiddie. Clock at 6. Outside Finney-Smith. That three's off the mark.
Man, that's his shot. But maybe he was too wide open.
Back to George. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson. George has got 6.
George really efficient close to the hoop. He makes the most of just about every chance down low.
Dinwiddie passes to Doncic. Doncic is doubled. It's Bullock on the wing. Let's go with a 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. This game following their win against the Rockets.
Oh my, talk about mental toughness. The crowd was roaring against them, but they were able to focus and finish the task at hand.
Well, you know, it takes character, poise, toughness to win on the road, and that's exactly what they showed last game.
Timeout called, the Clippers. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Powell, he's checked in for McGee. Christian Wood comes in for Finney-Smith. Hardaway's checked in for Bullock. And Green is subbed in for Dinwiddie. Batum finds Covington. Batum with a screen on Doncic. 11 feet out. Ball no good. Dallas has gone 0 for 3 from downtown. Pass to Wood. We've got 1:48 left in the first quarter. And Wood with the stuff.
Well, we talk about it all the time. Hard work pays off, and Wood works extremely hard to fight for the finish he wanted there. An area of big improvement for Christian Wood recently, his defensive presence. He's been doing more on that end of the floor the last couple of seasons.
Now here's Green, averaging around 6 a game. Doncic passes to Green. From deep three-point range, and it's Doncic missing. That defensive improvement certainly shows up in Wood's stats, Clark.
Clearly, you look at his rebounds, BA, his shot blocking, all areas where he's making a bigger impact. You love seeing a guy like him, who took a while to find his way into the league, step up in that manner.
Ball against Doncic. Pass to Green. There's the triple. The Clippers grab the miss. And the first season matchup for them against the Mavericks this year.
Yes, the first of 4 meetings between the teams. They should be quite familiar with one another by the end of it.
You know what, guys? I don't know. I get the feeling that this could be an interesting matchup this season. This first game will tell us a lot.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
And they doubled up Doncic. Powell passes to Hardaway. Here's Doncic, and he knocks it down. He's 3 of 5 now from the floor.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
Powell outside. Ball for 3. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. Clippers ahead, up 2. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. We hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
To me, it's been the ball movement. That's been the key. I mean, going from good to great. Not settling for a good shot, making that extra pass, keeping the defense off balance, and taking great shots.
And the other thing you notice is how determined they've been to get into the paint and get buckets around the rim.
The Clippers in the lead.
Tell you what, the Mavericks are so good in the half court. It helps that Luka is virtually unstoppable, and most of the sets they run. The team feels very comfortable playing a slowdown type of game.
So here are the 5 for the Clippers to start the second. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. Jackson out there with Terrence Mann. And it's George in at the 3. Now here's Finney Smith. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots over Jackson. Finney Smith's shot is off. The Mavs, the slowest team in the league under Jason Kidd last season, Clark.
Well, there's no shame in that for them because they were playing to their team's strengths. They want to put the ball in Luka's hands and space the floor and let him go to work. If you have Luka, that's a smart way to play.
Now here's Hardaway. In his last outing, 16 points for him.
Well, that's a rebounding clinic right there. He boxed out and then went up aggressively and strong for it.
And Jackson, here we go. It's good. And it's a 7-point Los Angeles lead.
The quickness of Reggie Jackson, terrific. Superb at slicing apart the defense with his drives to the rack.
Now here's Hardaway. Looking at his production, close to 12 points a game. Wood, a screen on Jackson. And here's Dinwiddie from the arc. That one is off. And Los Angeles the other way now. Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. George for 3. It's rebounded by Kleba.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Outside Hardaway. Outside Finney Smith. Off the mark there with a 3. The Clippers have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Pass to Morris. Here's Jackson. And that comes off the assist by Morris. Jackson's got 4 points this quarter.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Now Dinwiddie. His last outing he had 20. Shot to stop the run. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's going to go on Paul George.
Props to Finney Smith. I mean, going up strong, earns himself a trip to the line.
2 shots.
The first one falls.
Undrafted coming out of college in 2016, Dorian Finney-Smith had to earn his place in the league. And DFS did so primarily with his defense initially.
McGee, he's checked in for Dallas. Bullock comes in for Hardaway. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Coffee, he's checked in for Mann. George with the bucket.
When George starts to heat up like that, it elevates his whole team. They're loving the scoring right now.
For Finney Smith, he's a classic 3-and-D player, Clark. Those guys are in high demand right now.
They sure are, B.A. And what a story for Dorian Finney-Smith. I mean, I remember watching him in Florida. Thought he had a chance to be an NBA player, but he just signed a 4-year, $52 million contract in 2022. And he certainly has tapped into the potential that some of us thought he had. His willingness to compete on defense, that's how you make a mark in the league. And then you add to your offensive game, and you've got staying power.
Now here's Dinwiddie. You know, his stats have been solid, averaging around 18.5 points a game. Here's Coffee. No good on the triple. Dallas has gone 1 of 4 from three-point land here in the second. McGee finds Dinwiddie. Kleba, screen on Jackson. And here's Dinwiddie from the arc. Offensive board. Here's Kleba. Off target with the 3. The Clippers have gotten 4 of 8 shots to drop in the second. There's Jackson with the 3. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
Pass to Dinwiddie. Back to Bullock. Dinwiddie against Jackson. Oh, and Jackson with the defensive effort.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
Counted. And it's Morris with the assist. Jackson's got 6 in the quarter.
Really starting to find himself now, guys, after getting shut out in the first quarter.
And the Mavericks call time here. Mavericks with some changes. Powell, he's checked in for McGee. Green comes in for Finney-Smith. And Doncic has subbed in for Dinwiddie. And the Clippers will go for a different look here. Batum is checked in for Zubats. Covington comes in for Morris. Norman Powell, he's checked in for Paul George. And it's Wall in for Jackson. Now here's Doncic. He's got 6. Dallas, no good that time either. The Clippers have gone 5 of 10 in the second quarter. Powell passes to Batum. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. And now an 11-point Clipper lead.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
Powell left side. Here's Doncic. Oh, the teardrop falls in. Doncic has got 8 points.
Boy, such a soft release on this difficult shot. Doncic is a master at knowing how and when to use that shot.
Now here's Powell. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Covington finds Powell. From outside, off the mark. Dallas is shooting an unimpressive 30% in this game so far. Doncic passes to Kleba. Doncic on the wing, fires for 3. Ooh, he released it in time, but it's off the mark. And so it's Los Angeles. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter, just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Thanks so much, guys. Zoo, a strong first half for this team. What was the mindset that gave you guys the lead?
We just have to be ourselves, just be ourselves, move the ball, play unselfish, and we're going to get ourselves an offense.
Stay true to you, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break, ready for the second half.
Halftime show coming at you. Paul George has been electric here so far.
I love his aggressiveness, getting buckets on buckets. He's putting his stamp on this game.
And credit his teammates for consistently putting the ball in his hands.
And let's get back to our featured game. A fantastic battle between these two guys.
This is exactly what leaders do. They know what a win means tonight, and they're stepping.
That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Paul George with a strong contribution so far in this one.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. It felt like we'd become a league where every game turned into a 3-point shooting contest. But Clark, we've seen different styles work.
Exactly, B. I mean, take Chicago during the 21-22 year. I mean, they were fantastic offensively, yet near the bottom of the league in 3-point attempts. Having teams with distinct offenses, I think, makes the game a lot more fun to watch.
Heading to backcourt, it'll be Doncic and Dinwiddie. Inside, they have Finney-Smith and McGee. And it's Bullock in at small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Now here's Zubats. Pass to Jackson. Morris, a screen on Doncic. The kick out to Morris. No good with the triple. The Mavericks trailing. Doncic outside. Here's Dinwiddie. Doncic outside. And he's going for the lob. Hey, great communication on the lob.
Oh, what a pass. Those two read each other really well.
Looks like a play they've definitely run in practice.
And as the receiver, he doesn't feel the need to go for the monster finish that time. I mean, laying it up for the 2 points worked out just fine.
And the Clippers have possession. The Mavs get their last shot to go. And the shot goes. George has got 14 points.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it. And you look at the intangibles of Luka Doncic. He has some of the best court awareness in the league, and that shows up most with his passing and body control.
Doncic, no good.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
And the way Doncic can feel the defenders around him speaks to his great court sense.
No question. And the elite footwork he has makes the most of it. I mean, one of the best at shielding defenders with his body. It's really how he can navigate through a defense with ease.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
Yeah, back in the day when I was playing, the Clippers were always an easy win. Now, LA is consistently a playoff team. Boy, oh boy, how times have changed.
Christian Wood is checked in for the Mavericks. Hardaway comes in for Bullock, and the Clippers making a change here as well. Mann's checked in, and so Jackson nails both of them. And your last year in the league, the 12-13 season, you played for the Clippers.
Yes, I did, and a great team at that. Blake Griffin, CP3, all in their primes. We won the division for the first time in Clippers history. Team record 56 wins. That year was big in the turnaround for LA.
Here's George, following the score by Dallas, and he gets it to go.
George, no stranger to dealing with contact and still finishing the shot.
Outside Finney-Smith. Hardaway on the wing. The three is up. Drops in the three. Hardaway's got his first 3 points of the game.
On fire to start the second half. 4-5 from the field.
Pass to George. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. Jackson's got 6 assists here tonight. The Mavericks have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to go since the break. Dinwiddie on the attack. Uses the glass on the layup. Dinwiddie's got his second bucket on the night.
That lack of defensive intensity is not going to stop a player of his caliber from scoring.
Morris, a screen on Doncic. Here's Jackson. Can't get it to drop. Good D by Finney-Smith. The Mavericks have got 5 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. George with a steal. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Pass to Zubats. 5 on the clock. Zubats, screen. For 3, George. Hardaway grabs the board.
He hit a couple in the first, but so far he's been unable to get uncorked here.
Boom! He jams it straight down.
Hey, I know he makes a lot of threes, but he is not just a shooter. Finney-Smith will throw it down on you if you're not careful.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. He's checked in for the Mavericks. Green comes in for Dinwiddie, and a new group getting ready for the Clippers. Batum is checked in for Zubats. Covington comes in for Morris. Norman Powell, he's checked in for Paul George. And it's Wall in for Jackson. Here's Wall. An important role in this offense, averaging around 12.5 per game. Good D by Doncic.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
And there's 1:38 left to play in the third. Hardaway with it. Guarded by Batum. Outside for Green. Wood passes to Doncic. Back to Wood from outside the arc. Offensive rebound, Mavericks. For 3, Hardaway. Here's Powell. Oh, persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Now just a 2-point Clipper lead. Hardaway against Powell. Spins. Outside Covington. Pass to Wall. Batum sets a screen. Ball no good.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Now here's Wall. Here's the teardrop, and that's 2 points on the layup. And the Clippers lead by 4.
That's just smart shot selection by John Wall. I mean, he knows the floater is the right tool for the job in that situation.
Doncic outside. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Shoots over Wall. Doncic, no good. Powell outside. Outside Wall. Good D by Doncic. And we've reached the end of the third. Clippers ahead, leading by 4. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling here on 2K Sports. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the floor for the Clippers, Powell and George are out on the wings. Nicholas Batum out there with Marcus Morris. And it's Wall in at the point guard position. Powell's shot is off. The Clippers in the lead. Up top, George. Powell covers. Can't hit that one. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Dinwiddie with it. Outside Finney-Smith. No good on the 3.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
George outside. The shot, no good. And for the Mavericks, they're shooting just 37% in the game. Hardaway finds Dinwiddie. Now here's Wood. Here's Dinwiddie. Back to Hardaway. Takes the 3. They get it again. Powell. And he comes up with a bucket.
Boy, intensity always a good thing, and Powell brings it solid at getting after offensive rebounds for his team.
Wall against Dinwiddie. Now here's George. Defense right on it. And George with the jam.
He is torching a defense that simply has no answers for him.
It was the exact same kind of offensive showcase for him in their last game, too. When it happens this often, that's not a pattern. That's a characteristic. The scoring efficiency has been low, and it's not helping them on the scoreboard.
Dinwiddie against Wall. Soft touch off the glass. And it's a 6-point Los Angeles lead.
You know, sometimes you see the edge to Wall's game come out in these situations. Tight defense inside, contact, and he just is determined not to be denied.
And Dallas calls time here. A different look for Dallas. McGee comes in for Powell, and it's Bullock in for Christian Wood. And the Clippers making a change here. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Jason Kidd had some words for his team over the break. He told his players not to worry about the score. He believes in their talent, and he believes they'll be the stronger team down the stretch. Now, they've just got to go out and prove it. Guys?
Allie, thank you.
You know, he's not just a shooter, guys. Hardaway Jr. is also capable of getting creative and mixing things up, too. I like it.
Now here's George. And there's Jackson on the assist by George.
It's winning time, and that's a winning play.
Hardaway, the pass to Dinwiddie. Back to Hardaway. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. George has got 8 rebounds in the game. Jackson on the wing. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It goes on Tim Hardaway.
With impressive quickness, Jackson is usually able to stay a step or two ahead of the defense.
And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
They feel like they have an advantage inside, and so far they have done an excellent job exploiting it.
Yeah, you know, the defense just hasn't been able to keep up with them in this one. The transition game, as a result of good defense, has been very strong.
Doncic is checked in for the Mavericks. So he gets them both. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Boy, what balance from Doncic. I mean, he never seems to get rattled, even when he attracts contact on the way to score. Maintains his poise in those situations extremely well for a young player.
Now here's Morris. Banked it in off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 8.
That is super efficient, getting in deep and then taking advantage.
We've got 1:55 left in the fourth. Pass to Bullock. Here's Dinwiddie. There's a screen. Fires from deep. Nails it from beyond the arc.
And defensively, how do you leave them that open in crunch time?
The Clippers have gotten 4 shots out of 6 attempts to drop so far in the fourth. George finds Jackson. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. Jackson's got 6 here in the quarter.
You know, after averaging just 1 assist per game as a rookie, George has really upgraded his passing game.
Here's Doncic. Kennard with the rebound. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 5 of their 7 shots to fall in this final quarter. Jackson against Doncic. Morris, a screen on Doncic. Here's Jackson. And no good. Great D that time from McGee.
It all comes down to this possession. They must get points.
It really does come down to this. I mean, come up empty, and it's over.
Fighting for the rebound, making sure they take back possession.
Inside. And George with the jam.
Slam dunk city, Paul George, with the big-time throwdown there.
And Dallas calls time here. They're down by 9. 43 seconds left in the fourth. And the Mavericks with some changes. Kleba, he's checked in for Finney-Smith. And Green is subbed in for Dinwiddie. Green, the pass to Kleba. It's Bullock on the wing. Here's McGee, and he banks in the layup.
And, you know, with his size and presence in the post, McGee has a lot of value on the offensive glass.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. George against Green. George, good. And the Clippers lead by 9.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
12 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and they go to the intentional foul.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
12 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now we've got an intentional foul.
Third team foul. Shooting for the Clippers, Reggie Jackson, taking 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both, and it's an 8-point ball game. And Dallas calls time here. They're trailing by 8. 11 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. And here's Doncic outside. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. They've led by as many as 11. So it's the Clippers picking up the win. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's building.
And now we have Allie LaForce standing with the player of the game. Allie, take it away.
Well, Paul, this team seems to be rounding into shape. What is your sense of the chemistry right now?
Really good, real beneficial. It's great that we was able to pick this win up. That's what it's about. We don't care if it's a blowout or if it's a close one. We need to learn how to do both. So it's great. We were able to pick this up. Good quality team win.
Good luck on continuing to build that chemistry.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching. And as we leave, we give you